Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the WPBL official podcast. My name is Ashton Lansdell. I am your host for this podcast. I hope you're all having a wonderful day so far. Thank you for tuning in and working behind the scenes. Our voice of God, we know him as Toronto Mike. Mike, how you doing back there?
Ashton, I'm doing very well. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. We just had an off week from Banana Ball for Easter, and it was probably the most needed break I needed for a while. I didn't even know we were going to have an off week until like 2 days before last week, and I was like, oh, wow, so I have nothing to do. I don't know what I'm going to do with myself.
So what did you do with yourself?
So my girlfriend's actually back home. She was just playing pro softball in Mexico. So this was like the first time we actually got to be in our home together. We moved in for 10 days. We were together, and then she left and flew to Mexico for like 2 months. And so I picked her up from the airport not too long ago, and I still had a few games. So I was like traveling still. So this last week was the very first week ever that we had together at our house with our dogs. So we just took it very chill. We went to the pool, we went to the beach, we cooked a lot of food, ate a lot of food, and completely just relaxed and reset the mind, the body, the spirit, all that good stuff. So it was great. How was your Easter, Mike?
My Easter was great. You know, I'm full of chocolate as I speak to you. I was going to ask how your dogs are doing. How are the dogs doing?
They are great. For the viewers who don't know, I have two dogs. One is my girlfriend's. I have adopted him, basically. His name's Loki. He's a Great Dane. And then my dog is a pit bull. Her name is Coda. And they're currently I am looking at them through the window, running back and forth through the yard. So they're doing good. They love our new home. So, and they are just best friends.
Ashton, love to hear it. Now, I'm a big baseball fan, as you know.
Oh, yeah. Gotta be.
Gotta be. And of course, the MLB, they got their season underway. And the Washington Nationals at their home opener, they had this amazing opening ceremony. And I pulled a clip because they invited somebody very special to throw out the first pitch. So if I may, Ashton, let me play a little bit of the Washington Nationals opening ceremony for you.
Please do. Please do.
Representing the impact that women have had and continue to have on the game of baseball, please welcome former All-American Girls Professional Baseball League player, Maybelle Blair. Maybelle is a lifelong advocate of women's sports and serves as the honorary chair of the advisory board for the Women's Pro Baseball League. Her contributions help pave the way for women, like Skylar Kaplan, a member of the WPBL's Team San Francisco and native of Glen Burnie, Maryland. Skylar will take the field this summer in the first professional women's baseball league since Maybelle and her teammates competed more than 70 years ago.
So, Ashton, how did you feel listening to that? Like, I got chills. I can't imagine what...
No, I just got chills, like, actually. I mean, I don't know if you can see the goosebumps, but, I mean, that's crazy. Just seeing that, sorry, Loki's coming to say hi. Hello. Hey, the viewers get to meet Loki.
Always welcome on the WPBL podcast. Hello to Loki.
Here, buddy. Anyways, yes, I did get chills. I saw the video of Skylar throwing out that first pitch, but I didn't hear the audio from the field, and that is just so amazing. I mean, just the coverage that we get out to the people that the WPBL is here, and we have athletes out here and 4 teams and the representation and just getting the word out. That is what's huge for us. But I love that Skylar got to do that with the Nationals and that Maybelle was there as well. She is a ball of fire herself. If anyone knows anything about Maybelle Blair, that woman is phenomenal. She is a great human being. Like I said, ball of fire. You will never know what to expect from her in the absolute best ways. And just honestly, like, getting to see her, who was one of the very first women professional baseball players, and then Skylar, it's like the two worlds kind of colliding and meeting one another and making the whole moment come back full circle. Like, that is just so freaking cool.
Yeah, we have a legendary guest, a big deal that we're going to be talking to in a moment. But I was going to ask you if you ever had the privilege of having a conversation with 99 years young Maybelle Blair.
I've had many, many, many conversations with her. Like I just said, you never really know what that girl's gonna, just come out with. We've had so many conversations about some of the craziest things, mostly about baseball, and she's just a very fun person to talk with, very lighthearted, heartwarming person, and I honestly miss her. I haven't seen her in I don't even know how long, but hopefully I get to see her when WPBL first hits.
Well, I know somebody you can ask.
Oh boy, who may that be? It might be our new guest for this episode. Hello, Justine. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. I'm also a Maybell fan.
She's awesome, isn't she? You got to know her pretty well, huh?
Yeah, I've known Maybell a while now, and I've known Skylar since she was a teenager. So you're right, totally a 360 moment for sure.
Yeah, that's so cool. So for everyone who doesn't know, this is Justine Siegal. She is our newest commissioner of the WPBL. How does that feel, Justine? I know you've done a lot of cool things, but I mean, commissioner, that's a big deal.
Yeah, it's still getting used to the title, but I'm more focused on the work than the name. And
Yeah,
there's a lot of work to be done, but it's an honor. But sure, for me, it's just the work. Let's get it done.
Yeah.
Let's get this season going. Let's see you playing and get the fans out there.
Yeah, I know we want the season to start now, but there's also so many things to be put into place, and just there's steps to take to get there. I've known that you've done so many like incredible things in your life, but the role of commissioner, like what does that even entail? Like it has to be a lot. I couldn't even imagine. Like what's a day-to-day life for you? It's probably so different every day.
I mean, it's not different yet, right? Because the season's not here. So right now, everybody on the WPBL team is just getting the work done. There's no job too small. I mean, today I talked about trading cards. I talked about activations. I had meetings about social media. We're doing something with the Yankees this Saturday.
Awesome.
So it's just like a lot of times you're either going to see me at the coffee shop, on a plane, or a baseball field. Those are kind of the three places. Maybe I'll sleep at night.
That sounds like a pretty good life, I'm not going to lie.
It's not so bad. It's not so bad. I think my preference is the baseball field. Get out of the coffee shop.
Definitely. Get the coffee from the coffee shop, bring the coffee to the baseball field, and there's nothing wrong with that.
You got it.
Of course. So let's I want to rewind a little bit and give the viewers just a background of you and your story and what you've done. I mean, I could speak for you, but I would probably butcher it because you've done so many cool things. So take us to the beginning of, Justine Siegal and women in baseball and just everything you've done. Give us the gist of your life.
The gist. So, I mean, the gist is that I was a really shy kid who played baseball. And I was about 13 when I was told I should quit because I was a girl. My brother played in the same league and I was better than him, and he was never asked to quit. I mean, I even struck him out. So like there is some validity to I was better than him.
Yeah.
But it was definitely an uphill battle from there. And I played high school baseball, then college fall ball, then men's leagues and stuff like that. And then later became the first woman to coach within Major League Baseball. I asked Billy Beane for 4 years if I could do that. And like every year I'm like, hey, I'm coaching college baseball. Can I come coach for you? He's like, no. And then, hey, I'm like an associate scout. Can I come coach for you? And then third year, hey, I have a PhD. Can I come coach for you? Like, no. And then finally the fourth year, he said yes. Wow. But I was just the first one. So I never got to be like a full-time pro coach like I wanted. I just kind of took the gigs I could get. And
hey, someone's got to start it.
Yeah, I know. And I'm very grateful. I've been able to help other people build communities, and now there's dozens of women who've coached professional baseball, so that's awesome.
Yeah.
And I also was on the steering committee for Team USA. So when Team USA first started, I was in that committee room.
I honestly didn't know that. That's crazy.
Yes. Yeah. So it's, this has been my life's work since really I was 23. So over 25 years of trying to grow the game for others, really, right? That's part of the job. Like if you're leading, you're not getting a chance to play.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I love that. It seems to me that community is a big thing for you.
Well, I felt very alone when I was a a girl playing baseball, and I wanted to sort of solve that problem, and help others meet other girls like them, and now it's women like them. And so,
Yeah.
it's very meaningful for me to have people who I knew as kids through Baseball for All, the nonprofit I started, and now we're drafting them, right?
Yeah.
Like, how awesome is that?
That's so
And
cool.
so it's very exciting for me, because that's why I did it,
Yeah,
to give
absolutely.
girls the chance to dream.
It takes a special person in itself to be the only girl on the baseball field, but I think it takes even more of a special person to realize how lonely that can feel and to do something about it. Because me personally, I was kind of okay with just being the only girl on the field, and I was gonna ride that wave for as long as I could. And not to say that, community isn't a priority of mine, because it definitely is, but that was just me wanting to play ball at the end of the day, and I didn't even see the bigger picture from whenever that was. And to have someone like you being like, hey, there has to be more girls out there like me, like let's do something about it. I mean, that in itself has probably led all the way up to the start of the WPBL, which is, I mean, that's got to mean a lot to you.
Yeah, it definitely does. I'm a co-founder, Keith Stein. He called me up and said, hey, I'm going to launch this league, but I want to do it with you.
Yeah.
And of course I said yes, and here we are. And I think we have over a dozen people on, working every day to get this league off the ground. So it's exciting, and I can't wait for opening day. And then it's almost like I'm also excited about season 2 and season 3,
All of it.
to see it all keep growing.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And talking about growth, you mentioned Baseball for All, that's a nonprofit that you started. Can you explain just what exactly Baseball for All is? I know what it is, but I've only been a part of it for a few short years. I want to see the whole picture of what Baseball for All means to you.
Yeah, Baseball for All is a national nonprofit creating access for girls to play baseball. And we also do coaching, and we have a lot of leadership
It's exploded the last few years.
Yeah, so we help communities start girls' baseball teams, and we connect girls who come to us to those teams. And so now we run a national tournament. We're expecting 800 girls.
Wow.
In Rockford, which is going to happen.
From what ages?
During your World Cup. 6 to 18.
Wow.
So this is going to be the biggest tournament yet in the U.S. for girls playing baseball. And then we run leadership programs that are built around baseball, using the girls' passions to learn leadership skills. We want the girls to know that it's all right to live outside a box, right?
Yeah.
Like, go ahead, play baseball. Just be yourself. Like, you're perfect. You don't need to change. Just be you. To quote Kelsey, just be you.
I know. I say it every day. By the words of Kelsey Whitmore, just be you.
We just really care about these girls believing in themselves. And the first thing is, it's so hard to be the only girl, or it's so hard even if you're in a supported environment playing baseball. Everyone has an opinion of you.
Yeah.
And the boys don't have to worry about that. And so for us, just getting that community and that constant, like, even if you have a bad day, you can still call someone, because you met them at Baseball for All Nationals. And so we also have a collegiate club program where we have our graduates are going into their colleges and growing a club program. That's actually this weekend, our college club championships.
Wow.
And now high school kids can officially go through our junior development coach program. And then we also have an ambassador program where we go to spaces where maybe a little boost is needed to help grow their games. So we go to Hawaii. I know it's rough. We go to Hawaii and help the Hawaiian girls so they have someone to play. We're going to be in London in June to help with some of the European national teams there and play against them. So they just have a kind of like a rallying call of, hey, let's get together, let's play, let's get better, and then also create community there.
I absolutely love every bit about that. The on the field stuff, coaching, going all around the world. I mean, that is so huge, especially in women's baseball and women in sports in general, just so to have that community. I think you hear the word community, you think of a small space, but community can be so huge. It can be worldwide, and especially in a sport like baseball, and more specifically a sport like baseball with women playing. It's a very small community, and for all of us to just know that we're here for each other and supporting one another, that is huge. And I honestly commend you and look up to you for doing that for all of these girls, even myself. I mean, I played in Baseball for All in, gosh, when was that? 2014, 2015? We were at like Doubleday Field, I believe.
Yeah, it was a bit ago, but like I've told you, I remember when your mother reached out. You know, we used to be small enough that I remembered like everybody's entrance into the organization. Now it's, you know, now I try to get to know as many girls as I can, but you know, that's the whole point, is to grow bigger.
You gotta love to
you know,
grow.
And we only grow together. So,
Absolutely.
you know, I may have like helped lead this movement, but I can't do it alone.
Yeah.
And so girls baseball, women's baseball is where it is, because together we made that happen.
That is so beautiful. I don't think anyone could have said that any better. So what does it mean for you to have all of these female baseball players from Baseball for All and seeing them being drafted into the WPBL? What does that mean for you and for these girls too?
Well, I mean, I laugh because the first thing I think of is like all these 12-year-olds started posting like, oh, I'm going to work even harder now. Like, I'm never quitting, you know, I'm going to keep going.
So cool.
So that it is very cool. And now, you know, when those girls are told they should switch, you know, they like they don't have a future, but now they can show that they do. And I would, we calculated that it's about 30% of the league has an affiliation with Baseball for All.
Wow.
That was drafted. So whether you were a player or as a coach, you had an experience with Baseball for All. And over half of Team USA has also been with Baseball for All.
Yeah, so, and like in Canada too, there's a lot of Canadians.
Yeah. So, and it's not that we made you great, but we were able to help at least provide some community, right? That helps you keep going when others tell you that maybe another route's better.
Yeah.
And that's the power of coming together.
That is so beautiful. I mean, I just love that story. I'm like almost at a loss for words. Like, just you said it better than anyone else I've heard so far. Just bringing the community together, and women's baseball is so small in itself, and just us being able to be there for one another is what's really going to take this far. So getting back to like the WPBL and everything, what do you think you're going to be feeling when that first pitch is thrown on August 1st? How do you think you're going to feel that moment?
Well, I'll probably possibly have a tear in my eye.
Are you not much of a crier?
I think it's, you know, there's just going to be a lot of just satisfaction, you know, like just like we're here, we did it, and knowing it's only the beginning.
Just the beginning.
And one thing I really love is that, like, I've been, you know, fighting this fight forever, but the players also understand it's the beginning.
Yeah.
You know, like, so they understand they're the pioneering year that's going to keep this going. And that's going to just bring a real special aura to the season.
Absolutely. It's going to be an energy that I don't think any of us have ever experienced yet.
Yeah, I think that's it. And it's not country versus country. It's just building.
Yeah,
it's
and
building
I think
and playing.
Yeah.
And playing. Yeah. Let's not overcome just the joy of playing baseball.
Yeah, absolutely. I've said it multiple times, like all these girls, we all know each other. We've played against each other, especially like on the national level, like Team USA, Team Japan, Team Canada, Mexico, all these countries. Like, we have played against each other for years, and now we have a space where we can all from around the world come together and play with each other, maybe still against each other, but we still get to play with each other in one league. And, you know, that is just so beautiful to me, and I know to everyone else. And it's just going to bring like just a sense of, like, I think aura was a good word that you used, like the energy that is going to be in that stadium from August 1st to the end of September. It's just going to be so special.
Yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait for the fans to experience it.
Yeah, me too. It's gonna be special. So after everything that you've done in baseball and for women in baseball, what will it mean to you when WPBL plays its first season, and how do you define like the success from the first season? How do we, in your eyes, how does this league, you know, have success in its first year and on and on and on?
I think that's a great question because there is the element of, the inspiration aspect, but we also need to sell tickets, you
Right.
know, and so when we talk about what's successful for a following year, it's selling tickets, it's how many people are streaming, how many people are following us on socials, what's our media hits, what are our sponsorship dollars, because then that all lines up into the next level of sponsorship dollars, which allows us to keep going, so there's so many details into creating a league,
I couldn't
and
imagine.
it's it's fascinating. It is
Yeah.
very fascinating. It's a lot of work. I know Keith is just endlessly on the phone all day long,
Oh,
morning
yeah.
to night, getting it done. It's just the staff has to work together, and then I'm positive the results will show, on the field and in the stats that we need, and the funding will come. We have quite a few people, sponsors saying, "Hey, I'm interested. Hit me up next year."
Yeah.
So I'm confident. But
Yeah.
it's a lot, and I'm excited.
Yeah,
It's
absolutely.
everything, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, no, I mean, it is everything and more, honestly. I feel like when people think about success, especially in a sports league, you only really think about the stats and the players and how they're going to perform. But at the end of the day, it's also still a business, So we got to get both of those stat lines up and running and everything. But I definitely 100% believe that we have the right players, coaches, staff, owners, commissioners, and everyone to start this league up how it should, and to just take this down the greatest journey and just etch all of our names in history and just create a league that is going to last forever and ever. So I think that's the coolest part of all of it.
Absolutely. I'm with you.
Yeah. So I guess my last question will be, what has been the most emotional or meaningful moment so far in this journey of creating the WPBL?
Ooh. I don't. That's so hard, but I can just go personal for a minute.
Yeah.
I could say that at a press conference when I was announced as commissioner, my daughter Jasmine came out, and I think she's your age, and she was definitely the inspiration for me to start thinking about the future. She did play baseball, yeah, and now she works with Baseball for All.
Awesome.
But she was the light bulb moment that said, like, hey, if she wants to play baseball, I gotta fix this path.
Yeah.
Like she can't just go through this discrimination.
Yeah.
And so that allowed me to see the next generation, which is really your generation. And so she flew out for the press conference, and she went up, and she had, they put her like in a jersey, and then she hugged me and said that she was super proud of me.
That is amazing.
That's kind of,
yeah.
You get the mom tingles
for you. That I love that. That is awesome.
So that was very meaningful.
I love that. Mike, do you have any questions for Justine back there?
I sure do. First of all, congratulations on being named the first commissioner in WPBL history. There's only ever going to be one first, so congrats.
Thank you.
You're another answer to another great trivia question.
I think all of our guests have been answers to trivia questions.
I know. That's what I love about this ground floor.
Got some good guests.
Secondly, I can't believe Maybelle Blair went undrafted in the WPBL.
We discussed it, but we have to save her arm. She's got a lot more first pitches to go.
Earlier in the chat, you dropped this little nugget very early on. You said that you were doing something with the Yankees on the weekend.
We are participating in the Yankees program, and we'll be getting a chance to hit BP, throw off their bullpen, and take some outfield balls. And you just have to follow our socials, and you'll see the videos, because it's obviously going to be lit. I mean, even if you don't like the Yankees, it's still the Yankees.
Still the Yankees.
It's going to be wonderful. It's going to be pretty exciting. I mean, I don't get to hit, but I'll be excited for our players.
Well, I feel like that's a scoop, right, Ashton? Like that. That's a scoop.
That's definitely a little inside.
That hasn't hit the socials yet.
No, it has not. I guess it is a scoop. You heard it first here.
Right from Justine, everybody.
We need more scoops. I have a couple more questions, if that's cool. One is, Do you think, Justine, that the Americans are still the strongest players in the world? We have a rise of players from all over the world. I'm thinking of my friend Ayami Sato from Japan. There's a bunch of great Japanese players. Are the Americans still the best?
I'm not going to say the Americans are the best. I'm going to say that there's great talent around the world. I do think that we could probably fill 3 teams of Japanese players if we wanted to, just as we could with, the U.S. players as well. But the growth around the world of just great players has just really, come forward, and it used to be a thing to hit 80, to throw 80 miles an hour. And now it's almost like, like, here's another woman hitting 80. I just found a 16-year-old hitting 80. And she's still in high school. So just the level of play has just really gone up, and it's exciting to see it in countries where we haven't seen it before. And one of the fun things about the WPBL is about 30% of our players are international. So you're really going to get to see that talent from around the globe.
Worldwide, maybe.
Amazing. And I know you're focused on season 1, which, as Ashton said, we get underway on August 1st, 2026. So I know we're launching with 4 teams, but what are the plans for expansion?
Well, I can't give you all the plans, but we do plan to expand. That is, our goal is to have our teams in cities all across the country. But where we expand, we already have cities reaching out to us saying, come to us. So that's awesome. Mm-hmm. And then it's just a matter of like strategically, how do we do that? And then of course, at some point we franchise off, and just like women's soccer has. So there's just a lot of excitement that it's going to be coming up in the next few years. And I think Ashton is the perfect age to enjoy all of it.
Oh, lucky me.
Absolutely.
This is the moment. This is the moment where all your hard work. I mean, you've done it with Banana Bulb and Team USA, and now you're gonna have a league, and you're the perfect age to just take it
reaping all the benefits. Really, thank you, Dana and Scott, for birthing me when you did.
Timing is everything, Ash.
It really is. Everything.
Just ask Maybell.
Yeah, she might play season 2. She's holding out, I think.
Yeah.
Is her plan. So okay, so obviously there's plans for expansion. You didn't, spill all the tea there, but we're going to stay tuned on that front. But the first season, it's neutral site games. Everybody's playing at the same diamond in Springfield. And I'm just wondering, is that a long-term plan? Like when we look at seasons 2, 3, 4, 5, will we still have games at a neutral site?
Our plan is just for this year to be at one site, and then to move more into our cities. How that looks is still to be determined. We will still be considered an emerging league, but we plan to move out into the cities that we're now representing. But for the first year, like other emerging leagues, we're following that step of staying in one place, saving money, making sure you see the best product, so to speak. And, just getting it done.
Love that.
Last question, and there's an ulterior motive for why I'm asking this one. But when you look at expansion, seasons 3, 4, 5, 6, are you only looking at American cities, or is there a very large Canadian city that has a Major League Baseball team that is a possible site for a WPBL team?
We definitely get our fans from Montreal.
Montreal!
Trying to get us out there.
That's I'm thinking more Ontario.
Toronto, I know Toronto, but you guys have Toronto. Montreal, I think, is passionate. They keep coming and saying, "We got it. We want baseball here." I lived in Toronto, so I'm not against Toronto. I do think we could expand into Canada. I think if I was to be honest, that we might have our hands full here in the U.S. as we grow.
But if you do have a WPBL franchise in Montreal, you got to get the branding for the Expos. They've got to be the Montreal Expos.
That would be cool. That'd be very cool. And then of course, they need someone to play, so they might as well play Toronto and the rest of the teams.
Sounds like a plan.
That's awesome. Well, Justine, it was great to have you on this podcast. Any last questions, Mike?
Oh, no, I feel like I've used up my quota. I might not even get a question next episode, but we have the commissioner on the show. This is the chance to find out.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
But congrats again. That's amazing. And I would love to hear a recording of the phone call you received from Keith Stein. I'd love to hear when he says, I'd like to start a women's professional baseball league, and I'd love you to be a co-founder. I would love to hear that call.
Oh, yeah, that'd be really cool.
Yeah, I didn't know that call was going to change my whole life. So I didn't record it, but I'm very grateful to Keith, and I'm very excited about our future.
Amazing.
Y'all are. Awesome. Well, thank you, Justine. We will try to have you back on here, but I know you're busy being the commissioner of this league. So thanks for hopping on with the short amount of time that you probably have.
Thank you for having me.
Awesome. We'll see you later. Well, that was awesome. That was great. I felt like inspired.
Well, that won't be her last appearance on the WPBL podcast, because that's a woman who knows what's going on, and we have lots of questions, right, Ash?
We can get all the insight from Justine, okay?
We got a scoop on Yankees, WPBL and Yankees.
I didn't even know about that whatsoever.
She dropped that little nugget early, and I took a mental note. Let's explore.
Yeah. Oh, I definitely did too. That's gonna be super exciting. I'm wondering exactly what they're gonna do. It sounds like they'll have some players on the field and hitting and stuff. And I think that's just honestly one of the best things that this league and MLB is doing with us is just the representation and being open to having us there on the field, and just even like announcing us during games. Like those are the big things that we need to really get this league out there and just get the people knowing that we're here and there's a professional women's baseball league and we are here to do the dang thing and we're going to do it and we're doing it now. So that's all we got for today, everybody. My name is Ashton Lansdell. I hope you enjoyed this episode. You can follow me at Ashton Lansdell on all platforms and on Twitter or X at LANSDE11. You can also find anything and everything about the WPBL at womensprobaseballleague.com and follow us on social media at WPBL_official. And we will see you next week. Have a great day, everybody.